What is up? What is up, Facebook?
Are we on? Are we live?
We are live.
Awesome, we are live. Good morning, you guys. Hope you're having a stellar morning. Get up out of bed, get that routine going.
Hey, what does that notification say?
It's Beyond Limits is live now. If you don't have a routine, get one. Get organized. Trust me, I'm definitely talking more to myself than I am you right now. Yeah. I'm telling you, because it is so hard. But you know what? I say that in defense, though, because I do have a routine. Yeah. But it's not the routine I want. And I feel like that's what we were talking about when we first answered this morning. When we first started talking about how, God might be trying to break through in your life. One of the things I have been wanting to do is, one, get to bed earlier. Yeah. So I can get up earlier. So I can go to the gym. And that's, I go to the gym basically when I can now. And that's just exactly what it is. But,
when do you go to the gym?
So normally I go on my meal break at work. And that normally happens. But I have to pick and choose. Like now, it's gotten to the point now where I'm lifting very, very little. I'm lifting weights very, very, very little. And I am going to, to roll in lieu of going, because I'm, paying gym membership for that. And that's what I really want to have the most of right now. So if I have to pick one of the two right now, it's going to be rolling, doing jiu-jitsu. But the thing is, I want both. But it's hard on the body, but it's very beneficial. I would like, if I could at least get to the gym and be there by 6 a.m. And realistically, I need to get there a little earlier. But you see how early I'd have to get up to get there.
Oh, yeah.
And especially
if you want to get a good workout.
If I want to get a decent workout, and then, I have all that crap to carry around in my car. It's not like, it's just a little different than other folks, having to just get in their car and go. It's just crazy. Good morning, everybody. Melanie Edgerton, Suzanne Creech, thank you so much. Good morning, Brandon Nicholson, JLD in the house, Carrie Nicholson. We are so happy to be back. Sorry we took a little bit of a hiatus yesterday, but sometimes, like we said earlier, and we will say further throughout the show, it is needed. You need that reboot. You need that recharge.
Yes, and you got to make phone calls, guys. I'm going to tell you what. Yesterday, we might not have been on this camera. We missed you so stinking much. Like I told Corey and Jared, we went out to eat after Monday's show, and I was like, dude, I need a day. You ever just need a day where you're like, I need a flipping day, like stat.
Oh yeah.
That happened Monday, and I swore, the Christian swear, which is just the word swore. That's it, nothing
like
more.
The cuss word.
Not the curse word. That I was going to just take a day and not do anything.
Yeah.
That lasted 15 minutes because, as soon as I got to, I got woke up good, we started making phone calls, and now we are going to be on Spotify, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, iTunes, Public Radio. There's like 8. The top 8 major platforms your boys are going to be on.
See, and it's easy for me. I think it's a very easy thing to say that if God hadn't prompted you to take that risk, we might not be where we are right now with that.
Yeah, it took time.
You know what I'm saying? You needed to get out of here for a day and go find that time. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's got to get done. Good morning, Scott Johnson. How you doing, man?
Can I just tell you that Joel stepped up yesterday, though, man?
I heard him. He did good.
He did awesome. He really
Joel
did.
Jones.
Yes.
Joel's sick today, but...
Is he sick really, man?
Yeah, he's a little sickly
I wouldn't
today.
expect any of this from Joel and stepping up and doing a good job, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, he did awesome.
Please pray as I've been kind with some people who are trying to use the Bible as the justifiable. I saw that, Kim, and okay, how do I say it? So Kim says she's encountering some people who is trying to justify abortions via the Bible.
Yeah.
I saw that on the news, too. I don't know if it was my news feed or the actual news. I typically don't even watch the news anymore. But I did see that on the news, and I don't know. It should be pretty simple. How about, let's just, I don't know, let's actually use the Bible. Let's go back to before anyone knew you. I knit you in your mother's womb.
Oh, is that in the Bible?
That's in the Bible. Let's go back to the verse where John the Baptist leapt in his mother's womb at the sound of Jesus being born.
Is that in the Bible too?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, not born, unborn, making conscious decisions and leaping the womb. He's an actual being. Let's go back to that. So, if you're wondering out here and you're like, man, does the Bible really say it's a human being? Well, God recognizes you as a human being. So, I don't know. I really don't care so much what Joe Schmo has to say if God says something completely different. I choose to go with God. So then it comes back to, can you murder a person? Funny story. Bible says, no, you can't do that. It's one of the commandments. Thou shalt not murder.
Yeah.
So, take that Bible and prove to me otherwise that you can justify abortions, because I can prove to you that you shouldn't, can't, and have to eventually answer for it one day.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
So-
Thoroughly. That's rough stuff. And we're not going to stay on this long because we are a positive hit station.
Positive.
But what she has done is she has proven, just like we love to see, that people all over the world need prayer. There are
Yes.
situations that need our prayer. And guess what? That's also what we do.
That's what we do.
So, absolutely. Thank
Hey, look,
you
my
so
whole
much.
family just
Because
stopped
I was not aware of that.
Liz
Yeah.
Mosley, Susan
Yeah,
Mosley,
I see
Terry
that.
Mosley.
There's all three of them.
Hey, Mosley's.
But yeah, I had not heard about that. That's news to me.
Yeah, and I saw it going around, so it don't surprise me to see that Kim's encountering that. But I'm going to tell you, fight the good fight.
Now, are these folks going around? Like,
Yes.
physically?
Physically going around trying to justify abortions via the Bible. It's 2 Timothy, Daniel, Revelations, all talk about in the last days they're gonna take evil for good and good for evil. They're going to say what is wrong, what the Bible calls wrong, and call it good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, don't let it be a surprise. And why does the Bible give that to us? Not to scare us. The Bible gives it to us like Jesus says in Matthew, I'm telling you these things because you need to know that these things must happen. But then I'm coming back.
Yeah.
It's not to scare you. It's to say, hey, these things have got to happen. The world's got to get in this shape so that it sees its need for me. And then I'm going to come back. And I'm just coming back like a lamb. I'm coming back with fire in my eyes for my people.
Amen.
So,
That's good stuff right there.
hopes on the
Itching
horizon.
ears. What you talking about, Corey?
Hey,
you
hey.
like what you like what he's putting down? Hey,
Yeah.
we got a lot of people watching this
Let's
morning.
go.
Got a lot of people want to hear about the
Let's
gospel
go.
message. They do.
We're going on after this song.
25 views, 26. What's going on? Hey, share it out there, people. We got a lot
Get
going
them
on.
shares going.
We got a lot going on this morning, man. We have
We do.
iTunes now. We have Spotify. We're on there. We got merchandise going out there. Get that stuff. Get those shares out there.
Look at that shirt.
Look at the shirt.
Oh,
I'm so proud of the
snippety.
shirt. And once the orders close, that's when I'm probably going to place I'm going to call it a bundle.
Oh.
Corey's bundle.
What are you going to get?
I'm going to get at least one hat for
One hat.
myself, probably two.
Ding.
I'm going to get another shirt.
Ding.
I'm going to get a tank top.
Ding.
Ooh.
And I'm also going to get gifts for other people.
Ding,
so I really got it.
ding,
This
ding,
bundle.
Ding and
has-
ding.
Yes, it has to come closer to when I
Bundle!
get paid next. So I'm excited. Scott Johnson,
I hear you, baby.
my man.
I hear you, baby.
All of y'all. Donna Crabtree. Mine must have been in the morning time. Mine is morning time with Jesus, then live Beyond Limits live feed,
And then
then my
coffee.
coffee.
Yes.
Amen.
You know what? You should remember when we used to fake coffee.
do you mean?
So Donna, if you go back in our
yeah.
remember being at my house. So if you go back to like our first through 15th videos, those very first, we would have a coffee cup. We would have a coffee cup. Thank you, Kim Nay, for this one. And if you look at it, it looks like I'm sipping coffee. But some of those videos at like 2 in the morning, and that it's just as empty as
Yeah.
this one is right here. And I'd be like, Corey, we got to make them think that it's 6 in the morning. So let's
Yeah.
sip on coffee.
We
So
would.
I'd be doing this, and I'd even make the slurping sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We would do that.
How far we come.
But now, guess what? There is legit coffee in here. And I was just about to comment and compliment, because Jared did it Monday. This Moose Much coffee
Oh
is
my
delicious,
goodness.
man. This is you gotta try
What
some
is
of this.
it?
It's the one that Deani got me. This Moose Much coffee.
It smells like
It's so-
hazelnut.
It's well, I think it's like maple. I think it's maple walnut. Is the actual
That's
flavor.
what I smell.
And it is good for some Keurig K-cup coffee. Nothing against Keurig. I love my Keurig, but come on, man.
Hey, that's
All right, y'all, we got we have more time than that.
Good
We
deal.
have, like,
awesome,
5
awesome.
minutes.
That's the hey, Jake Simmons, what is up, man? You can watch us. No, you can listen to us on Spotify all the way out in Missouri.
Missouri?
Bruh. He's in Missouri.
My goodness, man.
He's in Missouri.
You kidding me right
I
now?
wore my T-shirt yesterday when we didn't have no live feed.
That's wild. Yeah, I'm excited, dude.
Hey, you know what I did yesterday? So I come into work here, and Joel and I did the show from like 6 to 9.
Yeah.
And I had on since I knew there wasn't a live feed, I just threw on a pair of khaki shorts and my Beyond Limits t-shirt, which is the best t-shirt ever. And I go home and I had a bunch of like yesterday wasn't a visit day for me; it was a call day.
Right.
And I got I got my, those ball field chairs you stick out, the camping chairs,
Yeah.
So I got that, and I have an umbrella. I have an umbrella attached to it.
Yeah.
So I put the umbrella out there. I sat out in my yard.
Yeah.
With the bridge car right there. I had a boombox out there playing music, and I contacted over 40 people yesterday.
40.
Just
that is pretty good stuff right there.
Picking up call, picking up call, picking up call, picking up call, and set up like 10 appointments. That's beyond. But I hung out in my khaki shorts and my Beyond Limits t-shirt all day.
There you
it was
go.
Awesome. And then I went to the ball field last night. Got some compliments on it from some of our family who were at the ball field.
Yeah.
David Hicks was at the ball field last night. Saw him. He's up here a lot.
That's a good thing, man, because that's another proof that God can use these tools for good. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't just, being able to sit back and do it either in your home or in Starbucks. This man can literally make 40 contacts using his laptop and his phone and all that stuff. And you got to do it sometimes.
And people that I've been trying to contact since I started this job, and I was able to get up with him yesterday. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Sometimes, the Bible says the Lord goes before us.
Yeah.
And I think I forget that sometimes. That he's already at the other end of that phone call, or that contact, or that visit to somebody in the hospital, or that whatever you're doing, he's already ahead of it.
I like that.
And he's already prepared the way.
Yeah.
And you just have to go and do and be, and I love that thought. That's one of my favorite.
That's true, man.
Thoughts.
Which I'm not trying to. We'll talk about it if we should, but I think Friday's a better day. But I'm excited about next Tuesday.
Now Friday we got a comedian in here.
Do we?
Yeah, Brandon.
I guess
Brian.
Maybe tomorrow.
Brian or Brandon Trimble.
I guess
Friday.
maybe tomorrow. The people need to know because it's been anticipated about what we're doing next Tuesday. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, Beyond Limit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Beyond Limits is doing something next Tuesday.
I don't know. Maybe we should do a big announcement.
Ooh, that was close.
Corey
directing my voice flow with his eyeballs.
Yeah. But I mean, it's not a big. If you just said it, ain't a big deal. But I just want to. I feel like we should announce that on the air, and we might have some people come out and meet us at said event.
See,
what are we talking
Bob
about?
and Deb.
You'll have to wait.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be good. Bob and Deb Armstrong. Yeah, I get that. And we could. Maybe we need to have a whole episode on it. But Brandon, what I'm telling you, and I threw it up here just a second ago when you said something. You said, preach, Paul. No, bring it, Paul. One day off. I tell you what one day off will give you. It gives you clarity.
Yes.
Instead of this turning into just a show that you do every day and you look for topics, you go back and you say, what was the reason we started this? To spread the gospel, to help motivate people.
That's right.
To make Christians be bold in their faith and to be able to go out and say whatever the Bible says and not care what society thinks. Not care what anybody thinks. Who cares? Yeah. So when we come in here this morning, I'm going to tell you, on Monday, I'd have looked at that and been like, maybe we shouldn't touch that because it's not exactly, it's not positive. You know what? You can take everything away from me, and we're going to proclaim the gospel in here. From now on, don't you dare doubt it.
We have to, and something, you make a very valid point. We have to, it went back earlier about how we don't spend a lot of time on negative stuff, but what are we doing? What are we here for? To spread positive news? But people have to come to us, and they have to expect that they can come to us with prayer requests.
Yes.
Have to expect that they come with us with advice. So what do they need? Defense from? What do they need advice on? Is the negative in their life?
Yes.
So, but we're here to bring the positive in their life.
I love it.
So it's good stuff, man. I'm so happy about where we're going because now we have a bigger platform. Donna Crabtree, you said that you want breakfast. Do we deliver to Canada? I tell you what, if you will wait about exactly 1 month from today. And you're able to come to Niagara Falls. I can do that. We can sit down and have some breakfast.
Amanda Paramore asked if we wanted breakfast because she's off tomorrow.
Oh snap! Yeah, dude, that'd be great.
Hey, I do.
Come on, somebody.
Send it to me.
Scott Johnson says coffee and Beyond Limits, and his day has started off right.
That's right. Donna Crabtree says, God gave this radio station to me for encouragement. I believe that with all my heart. I believe it as well. Because we and Paul were just sitting here talking about it Monday, and we're talking about how none of this was in our plans. Literally,
Zero.
none of this. None of this microphone, nothing, none of this was in our plans. And now it's here, And I gotta say, I really love it. I love it so much.
No topics off limit.
Hey, Rudy.
Through Scott Johnson.
Yeah. Hey, Rudy.
What y'all doing together? At 7:34 in the morning. It's not weird.
Man, it feels so good outside.
Come on.
Hey,
dude. I know it's like Paul, like you said earlier, it's going to be 118 degrees later on this week. But today, y'all, it's only going to be like 81, 82. And I was driving in this morning, and the sun is up now when I'm coming. And it's so pretty. It's not official sunrise, but it's up enough. And it is so beautiful and so cool.
Yeah, it is, man. It's great, when we have that, because I've heard a lot of people, doing a little bit of woeing, because it has been pretty hot earlier this week and over the weekend. 90s, mid-90s, it was scorching a little bit, for May, I should say. But today is looking like it's going to be low 80s, maybe mid-80s for a high. And, man, it's wonderful. Memorial Day weekend ahead of us. Yeah, beautiful, dude. I mean, we've got some plans. Anybody got any Memorial Day weekend plans?
Yeah,
no?
I do.
You do?
Yeah, they're going to be good. We'll get to them.
Yeah, we're going to hear about this.
It's going to be good.
We'll talk about it.
But I'm going to tell you, man, working out in the morning.
Yeah, dude. This is something I was talking about earlier about how this is something I really want to be able to do more.
Yeah.
Because it really is. It's not existent right now. There was a time when I was doing it, but it was short-lived, I got to be honest. But there are 6 benefits of working out in the morning. And I'm sure there are more than this, but this is the article that we have, and it is a good one. One is what we've been talking about. One of the benefits is it sets an established routine. Yeah. If you can get up in the morning, it's just one thing. If you're doing that every morning, your body and your brain are pretty much programmed to doing it.
Yep.
If you can just go ahead and take that first initial step and do it, then it's just something that becomes a habit. And good habits are good to have. And good routine, same thing.
Yep.
All right, next one, more energy. Working out in the morning is one of the best ways to feel energized and get prepared for your day. In fact, a morning workout might even give you more energy than a cup of coffee. Wow.
Hogwash.
And I can tell you, just piggybacking off of this, just getting up in the morning and doing the simple things like throwing water on my face, whatever it is, getting into that shower, brushing your teeth. Your body is moving, so your brain has to make your body move. So there you go. It's getting me more woken up faster.
Right.
Okay?
You're
Better mood.
woke.
Yeah, getting woke up in here. That's right. Third one is better mood. No surprise here. You getting up, you're promoting the rush of endorphins and serotonin and dopamine. Feel good chemicals in your brain.
I gave this article to you because you can pronounce those words.
Absolutely,
I don't know.
man.
I know I couldn't.
Well, this is good stuff, man. You got to have it. Okay, next one, improved sleep. Getting up earlier might actually mean that you'll go to bed earlier, and this is something else I was hitting on. I want to go ahead and get up early, which is why I want to get into bed early so I can get more sleep and wake up earlier. So there you go. Improved sleep. Next to the last one is lower blood pressure. This is a good one. Regular exercise is a fantastic way for helping prevent hypertension. And the last one, all of these things can, of course, help to less stress in your life, which everybody needs and loves.
Everybody needs less stress.
Get that stress devil off your back.
Yeah.
But this has been awesome. Guys, you're listening to the Beyond Limits Morning Crew here on 98.3 The Bridge. We'll be right back after this positive music.
Good job. Good job.
I didn't even know.
I
don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. But yeah, good stuff. Come on, somebody.
Come on, somebody.
Oh, I love coffee.
Yeah. So Brandon hits the gym we talked about it. So when he writes his devotions, I didn't realize this. Brandon wakes up at 4 in the morning.
4?
Goes to the gym at Fit for Life on 10th Street.
Okay, it's
the new one.
Right.
Works out. Goes back home. Everybody's still asleep, and that's when he starts writing devotions.
Wow.
At like 5:15 in the morning.
That's pretty awesome.
And then he gets into the shower and gets the kids ready and all
4
that stuff.
o'clock?
That's pretty awesome.
4 o'clock he works out.
I'm talking to the microphone because,
Hey, you want to try that?
What?
No.
Talking to the microphone?
I'll come over there. It's fine. We got a little bit of time.
We do need to start trying it, though, for Spotify.
Yeah.
For podcasts.
Yeah, because it'll sound better, will it not?
Because this sounds... And I did switch this around, so maybe it sounds a little better. But we're going to try new things out for Spotify and iTunes and all those platforms because it didn't.
I know what you were saying. It didn't sound bad yesterday when I was listening to it, but it did sound like we were in a room talking.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There's a clear, distinct difference between when we're talking into those mics through the radio.
Yeah,
I can tell the difference than how we sound when we're just talking like I'm talking right now. The sound quality really is night and day.
That's awesome.
Drinking water
Yeah.
Drinking, and nobody put it up here, but I saw it on a post that
Yes.
somebody put out the other day. Some fitness person here in Greenville. I can't remember her name right now, but put it out. You need to drink like a ton of water a day, and y'all always see me drink water, and I probably need to drink more water.
I do. I need to as well. I've been slacking in a lot of areas when it comes to physical, fitness and
I'm drinking this
water and whatnot. Now, I'm still active.
We've got a ton of it.
Another one.
I'm still active, but it's just not at the level I want to be right now. There's just so much going on. But I guess you gotta getting up at 4 a.m, man. It just might be what needs to happen.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And not just drinking a lot of water. You do need to stay hydrated. And yes, you can have hyperhidrosis, whatever, where you drink too much water. But it is being purposeful on drinking when you drink the water. Like as soon as you wake up, drink water. The last thing you do before you go to sleep, drink water.
Yeah.
Before you get a bath, you wouldn't think that, or shower, drink water, because a bath raises your blood pressure.
Baths?
I've taken a bath. There ain't nothing wrong about a man taking a bath. Throw some Epsom
Corey,
salt in there.
Corey,
Yes,
Paul gives us a hard time about manicures, but he takes baths.
I've taken a
I'll
bath.
take a bath. I will.
I'm not saying
I've never
there's
had a
anything wrong
man.
with
But
that.
see, I would get a manicure. I've never had one. I have taken a bath.
I've taken a bath.
Haven't
I'm just
had
saying, it's
one
a
recently.
little-
You know, I like the
I've
bath
had one since I was
beads.
like 8.
Bath beads.
Neil Gilliland from Tennessee is watching. Neil Gilliland spoke at the Revive Conference. You want a good
Yes.
speaker for your youth?
Yes.
Find Neil Gilliland. Get him in there.
That's good stuff.
He's
right
awesome.
there.
Been all over the world
Hey,
Hey.
spreading the gospel.
Hey,
Man.
drinking water in the morning hydrates the body immediately. It increases your level of alertness. It helps fuel your brain. It can fight sickness, strengthen the immune system, get rid of toxins in your body, jumpstarts your metabolism, reinforces healthy weight loss, improves complexion, prevents kidney stones and protects your colon and bladder, and promotes the growth of healthy hair. All
Yes.
that happens by drinking water first thing in the morning.
yes.
Hey, you know what?
Good job, Paul.
So we've thrown up. We've not only thrown up, but we have purposely put a comment up there that says, you know what? You want to talk about a topic, and this is not just today's show. This is going to be every show. Y'all got something that happened to you, and you're like, man, what does the Bible have to say? Sometimes we're not going to know, but sometimes we are going to know. And I
Yes.
guarantee if we don't know, somebody in this comment section is going to know some verses, some passages, what the Bible has to say, because we're not going to know everything, okay? But somebody's going to know. So throw it up there. You're like Kim Day threw out something earlier, and we're able to talk about it. Throw it out there.
And Donna Crabtree just threw something out there. So
The ark.
I'm putting it in my show ideas.
Yeah.
I have a show. So we've actually started planning these shows out a couple of weeks in advance. And so I'm always looking for new topics. And that is awesome.
Mike Robertson got a brand new Beyond Limits t-shirt.
Boom!
Yeah, Monday. I think it was Monday. Monday, he got one. I want to say he got teal. Yeah,
I don't know what color he got.
he got teal. Mike Robertson got teal. Huge supporter of us, Beyond Limits.
Yes, he is.
So support him. Click on SCI Technologies. Click on Boulevard Thread.
Yo, you need.
Like them.
You know what happens?
What happens?
People go, I need a home security system. And they start searching for all these online things like Ring and Nest, and they call ADT, and they try to figure all this stuff out. And they forget that Mike Robertson at SCI Technology can help you install Rings, Nest.
Yeah.
He has
has
them. He has them.
Yeah.
And his systems are better than ADT. Him and I were talking. He has the system where you can rent all the equipment and pay a monthly fee, or you can buy it up front and not have, it's just, he's got it all.
Yeah.
So if
Heck
you guys
yeah.
are looking for a home security system, if you're looking for a personal alert security system, he has things like pendants that you can wear.
Yeah.
All kinds of really cool stuff.
Man, he's just a really cool dude with some really good products.
Brandon Scott Murphy. What is
Yes,
going
indeed.
on? What about them Cubs last night, baby? Woo, I hear you, man.
Something that surprised me about Mike Robertson, and maybe you're saying this is a plug. Well, it is.
His left toe's bigger than his right toe.
No. But he can take whatever security system you currently have that you're not under contract. If you don't like that price, after that contract's up, he can use their equipment for him.
Yeah.
So Vivint. When my contract's up with Vivint, all he does is take the panel off, put his personal signal in there, put it back up, use the same exact equipment.
Stop playing.
I'm not playing, dude. I'm not playing.
And you ain't got to go through all the hassle of having somebody come in and read and do it all over again.
That is
Pull out the
awesome,
old, put in
dude.
the new. Because I've talked to other security companies before I knew Mike Robertson.
What?
And if they were going to come in, they had to pull out the old stuff or put their stuff in beside the old stuff. And
Yeah.
that's a pain in the
awesome
butt,
stuff.
man.
But you're talking about a guy who invents stuff.
You know, and we're talking about routines. We're talking about routines and stuff too. And I'm not trying to get off topic here, but
No, that's good.
you know, we're talking about Mike Robinson. You might need feeling secure and safe.
I don't have it.
Those are things that
The link to the show.
can make us feel better and alleviate stress, like getting Mike Robinson to install some equipment in your home. You know what else is like doing something that needs to get done that you don't necessarily want to pay for, but you know you need it done,
What?
and then you get it done, like getting your carpet cleaned. I got my carpet cleaned yesterday, and my God, man, I had no idea
Yeah.
how much. This is just a part of growing up and getting mature. I've never had to really worry about getting my carpet cleaned, but I got it done, and man, it's almost like I have a new apartment. It's pretty good. It smells fresher.
Every day?
It looks better. Feeling fresher every day. New guy Josh up in here.
Every day.
Come on,
Y'all,
somebody.
new guy Josh got on the air yesterday.
Did he?
Soft again.
How was that?
Oh my goodness, man.
Who made that decision?
Well, that was your boy here. Made that decision. Me.
What are you doing?
For one segment, I thought he kept wanting to get on for one segment.
Did he really?
And so we were talking about like what TV show you want to be stuck in. So I tell him he wanted to be
That's a good
stuck
topic.
in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah.
And I said, Josh, you can get on here, but don't say anything stupid.
Yeah.
And he goes, man, people think that I just, I know how to behave. I know how to talk.
I've learned
And I said-
not to give him some time.
And I said, okay. I said, okay.
reach.
So it was just one segment. And I asked him one question. And so we played Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme song coming in. And I said, new guy Josh is here. New guy Josh, what TV show? Yeah, man, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And I said, that's awesome, man. I go, so, why? Well, the Fresh Prince, dude, he's just cool.
Yeah.
And I said, would you like the Fresh Prince better? Or do you like Will Smith better? And before I could get that sentence out, he goes, oh, yeah. And man, that show, they be having all the ladies on that show. And I'm like,
Yeah.
this episode of Beyond Limits brought to you by ChristianMingle.com.
Did you say that? Now, that's funny. That's a good work in right there. There you go.
And then I looked at Joel and said, cut his microphone off.
That is so funny. That's
Right.
pretty awesome. Christian Mingle.
Bob and Deb, they start their day at 5. Older people, more mature people, always start their day earlier. Their day at 5 with a cup of coffee.
Because we got to get up and pee.
Now,
with their Bible.
I can tell you,
And Beyond Limits.
I did, man. Last year, they did that whole like New Year's resolution thing, and I started getting up at like 4:30 in the morning,
Yeah.
and I did. That's what I needed. Though I needed 4:30 in the morning, a cup of coffee, and I'd sit in front of my TV and I'd watch something just to kind of because this is hard for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to do something where I wasn't doing a lot, but I was engaged and I was waking up, and it worked. And I just stopped. I think I should definitely start back doing it, man.
You know what I read when I was researching this topic? It takes 66 days to create a habit.
You think so?
66 days to create a habit.
I don't know. I mean, I don't.
That
I
would
just read
make
it.
that would make sense though a little bit because you know how. What about how long it is to break a habit?
Like one day.
Really? You think so?
It's got to be like
Well, see, a habit. Mama's watching. Oh, can I tell you something
your
else?
mama or Mama D?
My mama. So it's also you got to thank God for the small things, man. And I'm just so thankful for my mom. So we got done with training yesterday in Tarboro. We went to Tarboro, my hometown.
Tarboro.
And I just love it. It's little things like that. I'm like, man, I'm in my hometown. Can I just tell you, there was a time when I couldn't wait to get away from that town. But now I'm so happy when I go back and I'm around everything that, helped make me what I am.
Yes.
But anyway, and then I get home and I get done with training. I'm like, I'm not going to the gym. Mom's in town. She had a dental appointment. I was like, hey. Mom's like, you want to get some dinner? I'm like, yes, I want to get some dinner with you. And we had a good old time.
Mike Robertson says 28 days to break habits.
28 days to break habits.
That's why we have a...
That sounds like the name of a book, Mike Robinson. You should write that book. 28 days to break habits.
And I'll tell you what, you know who is writing a book?
I do.
Brandon
He's already
Nicholson.
pretty much got a book written.
He sent me some pictures last night. That thing has got a title page.
I want to see it. Show me.
I'll show you.
What
Is
are we
this
in,
segment 4
now? Segment 4?
Segment 4.
You're opening, Paul.
Yep. Let me hear you testify.
Yeah, I'm about to testify up in here. One, God is good.
Amen.
God is great. He is awesome. We love him. This is the Beyond Limits morning show on 98.3 The Bridge. You are listening to Paul and Corey and Jared. It is awesome. And man, when we get in them songs and commercial breaks, it gets off the hook on our live stream, man. It is awesome.
Man.
The topics.
People tune in, you know, when they're not on the radio, they're on the live stream, and when they're not on the live stream, they're on the radio, and I love it. And you know, the topic for today is we want to know what your morning routine is. And we're having a lot of feedback on our live stream as usual.
Yeah.
Don't you also forget that you can call us at 252-495-0024 and drop us a voicemail. We'll play it on the air and just let us know, because you never know. Whatever your routine is might help me, might help Paul, might help Jared, might help one of the Beyond Limits family that tunes in daily and listens to us and watches us.
That's right.
It's really cool. You said that there was 66 days to create a habit. You read somewhere.
Yeah, 66 days to create a habit.
66 days. That seems like an awful long time.
Yeah, you know why? It
Why?
just takes your brain that many times to figure out that you mean business.
But you know, man, you're right. I feel like, you know, and I don't know about that exact number, but I mean, I'm thinking about everything from starting a diet to seeing it through, from, you know, starting a cleaning routine to seeing it through, a study routine and seeing it through.
Yep.
Routines are hard to form. Good ones, I should say.
Yeah,
Good
bad ones feel like you can form a bad habit in like 30 seconds.
Dude, it's so true. It
Like
is.
morning devotions.
Yeah.
We want to make that a routine. Like, what does that look like? Morning devotions.
So here's some positive things that come out of having your morning devotions. You start your day off by worshiping God.
Yes.
Like, is there really a better way to start your day?
No.
Right? And that's that's a great time to exalt and affirm God and give him thanks for everything that he's done. Morning devotion gives you moments of inspiration and insight.
Yeah.
You know, Paul was talking about taking that day off yesterday and how just that one day off helped clarify and rejuvenate and refocus so much.
Yeah.
Well, that's what happens during our morning devotion time. Like, we're able to just spend that time with God, and God just is able to kind of, boom, break right through for us. It also gives you strength for your day.
Yeah.
It gives you time that you can regroup and you can regather and you can get that strength you need for the rest of the day. You get clear direction from God. You can become optimized and motivated. All kinds of awesome things when you're doing your morning devotions.
It's so true, man, because, you know, a lot of people, what happens is they grow weary.
Ooh.
Grow weary spiritually, grow
Yes.
weary, you know, with work, with kids, with everything. All levels of weariness form with people, and a good routine can help break that.
Yeah, and that's such a great point, man. And we got more of this topic. We want to know, what is your morning routine? Hop on our live stream, Your Daily Show. Search it, or give us a call, 252-495-0024. Coming back with more next hour, right after some positive hits.
Hey, we're going to stay on these a little bit. So stay on that. All right, so now you can hear Jared. We're giving these mics a little bit of a try now that we're on Spotify and iTunes and TuneIn and all those platforms that we're sending this podcast out to. We're giving it a try talking on these and just see what it sounds like. We did it once before, but it seemed like it was less personal.
Yeah, it really did. I agree.
People.
Yeah,
but we're gonna give it.
It does, man, because you can't really look at the camera of it so much. But at the same time, we'll see. We'll be able to sit down, I guess, tonight and see just how different the sound quality is. And I think it. Hey, we're talking about forming good habits and routines. This is something I feel like we could do if we absolutely need to.
Yeah, it's like this, man. And I go back to Paul used to.
We probably don't need these.
We don't.
No,
I don't know why we don't need to.
Because we can't hear each other.
Yeah.
So, you know, I used to stand up during every radio segment.
Right.
And Paul used to stand up too, but it was different reasons. Like, I stood up because I wanted that energy, you know, and I think better on my feet.
Yeah.
And and then it became a habit. And it was something that I did out of habit and thought, you know what, I can't I can't do that. I can't do the same thing sitting down. And Johnny was like, hey, maybe you should just chill out a little bit and try sitting down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I can't do that.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah. And I did, and it was fine. But we get into these habits where we say the same thing all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Where we do the same thing all the time.
Very much so, man.
And even things like good things like reading your Bible. I mean, it can become a habit where it's what you do.
Yeah.
But you don't really think about what you're doing.
Yeah. And I think it just really goes back to just that you kind of feel like you have to ugg your way through it sometimes to get it started. But once you get it started, I mean, it's I don't know. It's just habit. It's just a good habit, and it becomes second nature to you. I don't know, man. And sometimes, man, it may be God telling you, hey, you need to cut this out of your life because you're not going to be able to do this and this at the same time. So sometimes if there's something that is, like, here you go. Here's one that a lot of people struggle with, is going to the gym and continuing to eat like a crappy diet.
Yeah.
Like if you live off of fast food and you expect to go into the gym and kill it and get that workout that you've been seeking, that just really good charged workout, you have energy and you're feeling great, it's not going to work because you put garbage in your body.
Yep.
Now, I'm guilty of this because lately that's how I've been doing it on purpose.
It's almost the point of justifying going to the gym so that you can eat that way.
Yes.
And
some people say that, and that's got some little merit to it because let's be honest, getting in the gym is better than not going in the gym at all.
Yeah.
And I believe that. And you can't go cold turkey. You know, we're talking about one specific thing here. But getting to the gym and then keeping the diet, and then that's the next thing you should tweak. You get into the gym, now you should start hitting the diet. And that doesn't mean you just cut everything out. But if you're having 3 crappy meals a day, your 3 meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, now you subtract one. So you know what? This morning, instead of having my biscuit and hash browns and soda, I'm going to just settle for some Greek yogurt and an apple and some water. Lunch, I'll do what I normally do. Dinner, I'll do what I normally do. And then you take it one step at a time. That works for me. It does. It is, man, because breakfast for me is, they say breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Break down the word breakfast, you're breaking your fast. It's not really. Like, you ain't got to have a huge daggone meal in the morning. You don't. You just need to break your fast to get your metabolism cranked. That's the way it is. And you don't have to have this huge meal. Like, for me, it's not probably the healthiest meal in the world, but, like, when I'm doing right with my breakfast, I usually, like, for what I was doing here, especially because it was more time-friendly, I didn't have time to stop by and get anything, which I shouldn't do anyway, really, because you're probably not going to get anything that healthy. And I also didn't have time to make anything because if I wanted to, I had to get up early enough. And I'm going to be honest, eating really early feels weird to me. Like, eating at 5 in the morning, that's not really breakfast to me. You know what I mean? Because 9 a.m., 4 hours later, is still early morning, sort of. You still got 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Tarboro? Oh, dude. So here's the deal. Like, Tarboro, people sleep on it because they're like, oh, well, Tarboro's got a lot of good stuff on the way. And they have a lot of good stuff now. If I was going to tell him somewhere he should definitely go eat lunch, Corey Tripp, that's what I'm talking to you, right? We got like 3 Corys, me, Corey Tripp, and Corey Falada. That's what I think about. But Corey Tripp, my brother.
They can't hear you. Are you turned up on there?
Corey Tripp, man, if I was you and I was going to Tarboro and I wanted a good little lunch, and I didn't want anything huge, but I wanted something satisfying, I would go to On the Square in Tarboro. Yeah. On the Square is a really good. Paul's eaten there with me before with my mom.
It's a good spot.
And it's 2 levels of this. During the day at lunchtime, it's basically it's just a good place to go get a sandwich and some fries,
now.
Something like that, or a nice, good, healthy salad. Very good salads. I love going there, and normally what I get is the grilled chicken cutlet sandwich. They have, man, this is good, man. It's on wheat bread, and it's grilled chicken, and they have mayonnaise and Havarti cheese. Come on, bro. Not just any cheese, Havarti cheese. And they have these fries. They're shoestring fries. And they're just they're different. They're very good. It is a very good lunch spot. At night, they crank it up a bit, and it's like a pre-made menu that you don't have like a set menu. They have a different menu like from night to night. And it's a little bit, fancier, a little more pricey. But at lunch, man, it's definitely affordable. I'd say you're getting in there for around $10.
There you go, Corey Tripp. That is all
good stuff. On the square in Tarboro.
Hey, do you deliver papers, Amber? That is really, 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 really cool. I'll tell you what else is really cool. I got to do this story next segment. So, it's about this girl and this firefighter. He saved.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, it's really cool. This. He saves her life. She saves his life back. It's really cool. A Minnesota woman has helped save the life of a firefighter who helped save her daughter 2 years ago. In 2006, Becca Bundy's young daughter had a seizure at home. All right, volunteer firefighter Bill Cox was the first to arrive. The two met again in October 2018 when Bundy went to a benefit for a neighbor at the Viking Bar where Cox has bartended. He was wearing a T-shirt that said, "My name is Bill. I'm in end-stage kidney failure and in need of a kidney. I couldn't get out of my head." Bundy told Care News, "I just said I'm the one and I know it." They talked for a bit, and she realized that she had the same blood type. Testing and proved Bundy was indeed a match. She called him with the news. She found out. I can remember us both crying tears of joy.
Isn't that awesome?
And Bill thanked me, she said. The surgery took place in February. 3 months later, the 66-year-old is free from dialysis and resuming his retirement in the lake. How cool is that?
That is awesome.
He saved her daughter.
I love it.
Yeah.
He volunteer firefighter. He saved her daughter, and then she in turn donates a kidney.
That is so cool, man. Life. That is amazing.
I love
that is awesome.
That story.
So she donated a kidney to him.
Yep.
Yeah. He showed up and
cool.
said, "Hey, my name's Bill,
cool,
and I need
bro?
a kidney." And she
so
said,
cool.
"I got a kidney. I'm going to help you out.
I got two.
I got a spare kidney."
So you can only help me out here. You can only live with one. You can live with one kidney.
Yeah.
Right. You can't live with none. Right.
Right.
Okay. Good deal.
Right.
I want to make sure. So this is cool. Pleasant surprise. I knew it was coming, but forgot because I'm forgetful. But he's here, and it's awesome. Coach Dave Wojtecki just walked in the station.
Coach Wojtecki.
And my man, dude. So he
can't be young.
Yeah,
doing the news over there.
I know they are, but hey, we got these.
What is going on with this device, this contraption?
I don't know. What are you talking about?
Over here.
Oh yeah, so yeah.
What's happening? What is happening
let
to
him
you,
tell.
man?
I'm gonna let him tell it.
That's Lucille.
So Coach Wojtecki rolls in here.
Yes.
On a
knee scooter.
Knee scooter.
Yeah, way better than crutches.
Way better than crutches. You like that better? Yes, I believe
I don't like
you would.
it at all, but
I gotta say,
it's better than being on crutches.
My first time experience with crutches was you were not really involved, but you were there when I broke my foot. The first broken bone I ever got was playing dodgeball. We've spoken about dodgeball at Martin Middle School, and I did a little baseball slide and got my foot caught up on the floor. Don't know how I did it, but I basically crushed the side of my foot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next thing I know, I'm in a cast and I'm walking around on crutches. So I believe that's better.
It happened because you thought he was athletic.
I did. I did a slide and it looked cool. I dodged the ball and I actually got the kid out, I think.
And then I was a little chubby back then.
I was, bro. I did a slide and I was just like, oh, something's not right with my foot, man. It broke it. But man, so
1 minute.
1 minute till we go on.
1 minute though.
So yeah, he walked in and he had got his foot operated on 2 weeks ago now.
No, they didn't. We're talking about doing the reconstructive.
Okay, good
right
deal.
Now, so.
Good deal.
Reconstruct.
So I was, me and him were just shooting the breeze, man. I was visiting him, and now he's rolling up in here, and he looks as fit as a fiddle. Got a little nasal thing going on though.
Are you sick?
Well, I was, but not anymore.
That's what I'm talking about.
My voice is trying to come back.
Your voice, man. Yeah, I went. See, I got to do it. Talking about a routine. My mom told me, she's like, you got to keep taking your allergy medicine. I haven't taken my allergy medicine, and that's not prescribed. It's just like generic, like what's the allergy like? Allegra.
Allegra.
It's like a generic. It's like generic Allegra or something.
20 seconds.
And I haven't been taking it, and I can already feel my nose tightening up. I got to get back on it, man. Benefits of a morning routine. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get him involved in this one. This is segment 6, right? And because you have a morning routine, right? Oh yeah, well then I'm going to bring you in. So I'll bring you in. I'll say, hey, I'm going to give it to you, and we'll talk about because you got a big one being the head coach and everything. Good deal. So, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are in here, and we are loving every minute of it. Beyond Limits
Loving
Morning
every
Crew
minute of it.
On 98.3 The Bridge. We're talking about what your routine is. Mm-hmm. Everybody's got a routine.
Yeah, that morning routine.
And if that, sometimes that routine might not be as intricate as others. Sometimes that routine might not include a lot. Sometimes the routine might just be I wake up and I get dressed and I go to work.
Right.
Sometimes,
some people, I know some people who have like a 10-minute morning routine, right? Where they get up, they throw on yesterday's clothes and they roll out of bed,
Yeah.
Now, most of them are like under 25.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's whatever your routine is, y'all. That's what we're talking about this morning.
Exactly.
We want to know. 252-495-0024. Hop on the live stream. Search Your Daily Show.
That's right.
On Facebook.
And, I feel like, it depends on, I guess it could pretend, I guess you could pretend, but it also depends on what your profession is. What do you got going on? What do you have ahead of you? And, my good friend and mentor, Coach Dave Wojtecki, walked in. I forgot he was coming. I love when I forget things sometimes because then I get a surprise. Hey. And now he's here, and I'm so happy to have you, man. How are you doing? Doing good?
Pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
Getting better every day, trying to get our guys ready for the season, doing spring ball right now, and getting through all of that routine that we have every single day.
Yeah, so Coach Wojtek, he's the football coach at Rose High School. Yes. So when he's talking his guys and he's talking football, he is talking Rose High School, which is a huge operation, huge organization over there. I mean, they start in spring training for the next year, which they used to not do, but that is huge. So, yeah.
So I'll tell you what, this is what we got for the people this morning. You're the head coach at J.H. Rose, has done a great job over there. Right now it's preseason, we can call it, right? It is the off season. You're getting ready.
Yes.
So right now, what is your daily routine like for you?
Well, I usually wake up around 4:30 in the morning. I take my baby outside, Baselli, my black lab. Hit the shower, try to get on the road by 5:30, 5:45, get to the school, unlock everything in the field house. Right now we're practicing, so I'm doing laundry.
Yeah.
Have to start the laundry or move the laundry into the dryer. Then I get ready for my day or my weight training classes and get them set up for the day. And from there, it's rolling through class. And once it starts about 2:00, now it's time to get ready for practice.
Yeah.
So going out to the field, trying to set up equipment, set up everything we need for drills, doing our practice plans for our coaches. And make sure everybody's on the same page. We do a 23-period practice, which is a 5-minute increment for 23 periods. So everything's pretty planned out, and we live on routines.
Yeah.
We live on structure. So one of those things get messed up a little bit, it can throw you off a little bit.
I just want to clarify, this is not a Division I college program. This is a high school program.
That's right.
But it is ran like a Division I high school program.
Yes.
I'm telling you about one of the best in the business, man. So, that's a crazy routine. More on that when we get back. This is the Beyond Limits Morning Crew on 98.3 The Bridge.
Yes.
Man, that was good, man.
You want to try switch it back? We'll just go back and
let's
forth
do that.
and see.
Cool.
Cool.
That way we'll probably have, 10 minutes of talking. Engage how the sound quality is.
That'd be good.
We
just really needed one.
From Liberty?
No, man. I got to get you. Oh, no, he's talking about Quacks McGee.
Quacks McGee,
McGee up in here, man. Dude.
We had to name it. The viewers named
for
it.
a Liberty degree.
They gave you a rubber
Actually,
ducky.
he gave the rubber ducky.
Yeah, man. No, we've had that up here for a while. I mean, he probably won't go anywhere. He's fallen off a few times, but we put him right back up there. My man. Heck yeah, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Man, we got to get you a shirt, man. Got to get you a
shirt.
shirt.
Do they make that in 10 awning size?
What's the largest we go to? Is it 3X?
I ordered a 4X.
Oh, there you go. We got it. Yeah, you're good. We
Yeah.
got him covered. We can figure that out.
Try to drop some LBs anyway.
Try to say you have
You have
definitely. Heck yeah, you have.
Hey,
What's
man,
up?
I'm gonna tell you what. Brandon Nicholson is about to submit, so he's using Amazon as a publisher, which is really cool. I didn't realize they did that.
Yeah.
So he submits the electronic copy, and they're going to send him back the actual books, and then we're going to sell them. That front page is legit. It's got the Beyond. It's a clean page, so it's not a lot going on it. It's got the Beyond Limits devotion.
Yeah.
The Beyond Limits logo on the front, and then it's titled Beyond Limits Devotions by Brandon Nicholson.
Yeah.
That's cool, and he's got them broken down like the very first.
Did you have a picture of it? I want to see.
Not the actual page.
That's pretty cool.
I sent him the logo to put on the front, so I know what it's going to look like. But he sent me what the title of the first book is going to be, and I just got to find it.
So it's crazy. Like, I'm not trying to regurgitate, but basically the guy's been writing our devotions. He's been doing this, and I don't think he had a plan to make a book, right?
Nope.
So basically, all the devotions that he's written for our shows,
over 70.
Over 70. He's got them saved, of course, right?
Yep.
And he was like, oh well, I got them saved, and then he's like, and then who was it? Was it your idea or his idea
for the
book?
It was I mean, you don't write devotions just to keep in your house and for yourself.
So he was.
So it was. We both just understood that he wants to get these out one day.
Yeah.
And then when they said, let's open the store.
Yeah.
Boom.
They had that idea.
We presented it to
them, and they was like,
and they're like, yeah, we'll sell it.
Oh man! So now he's gonna have a book. That's pretty awesome.
You guys are getting high tech up here now.
Dude, we do what we do.
Oh, they weren't here the last time.
This isn't. None of that has anything to do with me. I just said, that's a great idea, and then
That's the title. I'll read it. Making Sense of the Pain, Prayer, and Stories of Faith. That's book number 1.
That's a good one. Book number 1?
There's several books. Several devotion books coming out, not just one.
That's pretty cool.
I'm excited about it.
Man.
Brittany Breed, Ragsdale.
Dude, telling you.
When are you starting this food thing?
Dude, okay, so I'll tell you, you know what? No. We're just going to go ahead. I'm glad. This was proof. This was a godsend right here. So this was.
Oh no!
We got to go ahead and do it. So should we announce it on the air next segment or no? You want to wait? I'm good with whatever. We can talk about it now.
Whatever, man.
Okay. All right. Because this is like the third time he's asked.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go next Tuesday. Shoot the first episode of Beyond Limits Eats. That's right. You heard it first, right here on the live stream. Beyond Limits Eats is going to be going to Bill's Hot Dogs next Tuesday to record the first episode in Washington at the waterfront. We should be eating some good old-fashioned Bill's Hot Dogs on the Washington waterfront, and we'll be going through everything from how he makes the dogs, talking to him himself and the owner and the employees, even the some of the customers as well. We're probably going to get there around 11. So I would imagine it's going to be prime time. That's what he said. He was like, "Oh yeah, man." He said, "You'll be getting people coming." Oh yeah. So we'll be doing that, and we're going to promote it so people will come out there and check us out. And yeah, it should be good. So we're excited about that, man. So Tuesday, it wasn't. I know it looked like we weren't going to do it for a while, but we had the idea we just had the idea maybe a couple months ago.
Yeah.
We just started talking about it, and he said we were going to do it, and as always, get so busy, but finally we got that going on, so I'm excited about that, man. I haven't had a good old-fashioned Carolina dog in a minute either, I'll be honest.
I had 3 of them on Saturday.
Whoa. But see,
I had 3 Bill's hot dogs.
I see.
It's an acquired taste now.
Yes. And
you have to be from down here to enjoy it.
What was the hot dogs we ate when we went up to your house? Smith's hot dogs.
And I have them shipped down here. I don't eat hot dogs here.
I swear. Have you
That's a sad state of affairs.
Have you been to Publix?
I haven't had their hot dogs.
I want to say I don't know. I can't remember. I obviously don't know because I had to ask you. But they had hot dogs in there that reminded me of those hot dogs.
Yeah, they had the natural casing ones.
But they're not the same. It ain't the same?
No.
Smith's hot dogs, man. You had to order some and ship them down here. I want to have them again.
When I went home for Christmas this past year, I bought $250 worth of hot dogs and brought them back.
You freeze them.
Yeah.
A hot dog kind of.
You love them that
sort.
much.
That's right.
You love them that much.
I mean, they're just. I don't do red hot dogs. First of all.
Yeah.
And then nobody does like natural casing hot dogs.
Yeah. Where do you get them from? Is it just one store?
It's a factory.
It's a factory up there.
We have our own.
That's so cool.
Does deli meats and all that too.
Come on, bro.
What is a hot dog?
Hot dog of the Pittsburgh Steelers too.
Are they really?
Yeah, and the hockey team and.
But what is? I know you have all beef hot dogs, but let's talk about the ones that the common folk use. What is in a normal hot dog? Is it just a variety of
my understanding?
leftover?
It's a variety of what's ever left. And they grind it up.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
You still have choice cuts in there now.
Really?
That they
Okay.
make hot dogs with.
So I'm okay.
I'm not gonna give a bad name.
No. That's what I heard though. That's what I heard. It was that like
a lot of people enjoy them here.
I love
them. For me.
I love hot dogs. I just haven't had one.
You probably get hate.
Hey, we're going on.
No.
Bill's is the greatest. Don't you ever talk?
No. That's not at all. Because you're not saying Bill's ain't good. But I'll tell you what. Doesn't 20 seconds?
Yeah.
What's going on here, bro? Isn't Bill's has sausage dogs too? Do they not? I thought I saw a
That
picture
is
of one.
better than the hot dog.
Oh man, I love a good sausage dog. Who's open?
Don't know.
I got it. And welcome back, everybody in Washington, Greenville, and New Bern. Corey here with Beyond Limits Morning Crew, joined by a special guest this morning, Coach Dave Wotecki is in the house, head coach for J.H. Rose High School. And, man, I'm not trying to blow smoke, but, man, dude, you've been doing such a phenomenal job over there, man. It's good stuff, man, what you're doing with the kids. And we're talking about daily routines this morning. And you got to have – so you just talked about how you have your routine now. Like right now, what's it like in season? Like, what's it looking like, say, on a Monday, week 1? You got your first game Friday. What's it looking like? How does that routine change?
So we set up a weekly schedule that our coaches meet every Sunday, and we go over our game plans and how we're going to attack practice and what we need to do throughout the week. So a Monday is more of a run day offensively for us. Defensively, we're focusing on run. And, we're breaking practice down to do the drills that we want to install for that week. Our game plan that we want to do. Tuesday is a heavy day for us. Yeah. So Monday we're just helmets and shoulder pads. Tuesday we're full pads, going through our drills for the week. Wednesday we're full pads. Thursday we do just helmets. So we're walking through our game. So we're doing a mock kickoff, mock punt, punt returns, kickoff returns, doing all that stuff, going through a game situation. We have our JV game that night. Friday we roll in. Kids are at school. We will have a pregame meal for the kids. Then we have a routine of what we do pregame. So our specialists go out first. Then our skills players and our linemen go out, and we have a certain time limit on each thing of that. Then we go through a pregame there, come back inside, have a prayer with the kids from our team chaplain, and we go out and kick off and
handle business.
See who has prepared better that week.
I love that last part right there. See who has prepared better that week. And I got goosebumps because I played football for you, and I played, for another 3 years without you. And Friday Night Lights, man, there's nothing like them. You go out there and you've played football. You know what I'm talking about. There's just nothing like it because it's almost like you're going to war, but nobody's, getting seriously hurt. You get to kind of have that adrenaline dump, and you're battling for something.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. Coach Wotecki, when I in 2000, actually it would have been 1999 November, right around there. We played our last football game again. I'm from Columbia, a very small town, and Creswell, an even smaller town, was our rival team. And you know what? I played, and I scored the last touchdown of my senior year. Now, with that being said, we were up by like 40, and we were on the 1 yard line, and they had to call me in. Because I was like the 17th string, and they were like, let's find, it's like one of those Rudy moments, or like, put him in. He ain't played all year. Just give him the ball and make a huge hole. We've been doing it all night anyways, and then I run across, and, so Paul gets points finally.
That's hilarious.
It's one of those.
I remember back 1997.
Yeah.
A senior in high school. That's a long time ago. So, my last play of our season, I blocked a field goal that would have won the game for the other team.
Hey.
Yeah.
And we returned it back for a touchdown to win the game, and the team didn't go to the playoffs. We did.
Wow.
See, now that's a difference. See, mine's humble, and he's like a warrior, and I'm just like.
He just, that was pretty good. That was humble too. It just lasted a little longer.
I just got to one up you. I can't let you have that time.
We love you guys so stinking much. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Beyond Limits on 98.3 The Bridge.
Good stuff. This is good. I'm glad you came in, man, because what I love about what we're talking about with
it works great because your routine changes so much. It's not the same. Like you have a set routine for each day of the week. Like, in the morning it might be the same, but man, it changes. So, and I remember
we have routines per season too. So we have a routine for when we're lifting weights. We have a routine for when we're doing spring practice. We have a routine summer workouts, and then practice time.
Yeah,
our summer workouts. Those are morning now. So where I'm getting there, I'm getting there at 6.
Yeah.
Kids don't come in until 7:50.
Yeah.
We start at 8.
Yeah. Man, I'm telling you, I remember. We had film study and stuff like that, and practices. We had a very. I remember when you coached us in middle school, 8th grade, and that was a squared away 8th grade football team right there. We had everything. We had the plays on our wrist and everything. Mm-hmm. I was like, dude, we're in middle school, bro, but we felt like we were pros.
My mom and dad said, "We are proud of the touchdown, son." Oh, thanks, Mom.
Speaking of everybody,
they let me keep the ball.
Yeah. Everybody on the live stream, we got Coach Wotecki in the house from JH Rose. Pop him a question; he'll be glad to answer it. How's everybody doing? Jessica Lemon, I saw that drone your husband got. Uh-oh. It looks really cool. He did. He got this guy I work with. I'm actually going to be teaching with him starting tomorrow, just for Thursday and Friday, but he got one of those drones. I ain't gonna lie, man, I would like to have a drone.
Well, we're thinking about buying one to film practice.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, fly it up and hover it.
Yes, because then you can watch and see all the gaps and the holes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude. That's awesome. Would be awesome.
No, that would be awesome.
So he got one of those, and that's pretty cool.
A drone actually helped us beat D.H. Conley in the playoffs one year.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
can y'all record?
They're illegal to have during
the game. Yeah.
So it's a last quarter.
So you need a super quiet drone.
And we're out there on defense, and they're driving down. We were up, and a drone was up there. And one of the kids comes up, Coach, look at that drone up there. He's like, hey, man, get out of here, man. This is the important part of the game.
We're coaching a game.
Yeah.
We need to get stopped. No, Coach. There's a drone. I was like, they can't have that here. Mr. Official, that drone can't be here. He goes, Coach, you're right. We're not going to do another play until it's out of here. So my defense is gassed.
Yeah.
They're on the sidelines.
Yeah.
Breathing hard. And it took 15 minutes to get that drone out of there.
We
come out and made 2 stops, win the game.
Yeah. How did it? So did it ever come back that drone belonged to one of them, or
no? Nobody knows who it belonged to. All you could hear was it fly away and then a truck take off. A loud truck take off.
That's crazy. So you can't. That's been written like you can't. There can't be any drones.
That makes sense.
That's crazy, dude. That is wild.
Because not everybody can afford it, so you got to kind of be on.
Yeah, it's true.
Not only that,
they're expensive.
The defense is over there in their huddle, and they're like huddled in, and a drone comes right in the middle of the huddle with a big old microphone on the top.
That's crazy. Well, I mean, there is a lot that can be seen that you can't see from the sideline or even the upper level of a stadium. You looking down.
Carolyn Rose says to you, coaches are a huge influence on kids. Thanks for what you are pouring into the kids. Coach W.
Thank you. We appreciate all the parents bringing their kids to us.
Yeah.
That takes a lot of time and effort. So
that's good stuff.
Like everybody thinks that Nate Connor is the head football coach at D.H. Conley.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks that we hate each other.
Yeah.
We actually get along really well.
Yeah.
And we joke about that drone all the time.
Yeah.
So I'll walk over, hey man, you guys getting drone?
So y'all won that game.
Yeah.
So if you're not but if you're from the Greenville area and you're watching, you pretty much probably already know this, but that's a big game.
Yeah,
D.H. Conley and J.H. Rose in the playoffs. It's already a big game anyway.
That was the game to go to the regional championship.
Yes. That's a big game anyway.
Yeah.
Man, gracious, man.
Yeah, it was back and forth. I think it ended up like 49-47 was the score.
Shootout,
something
bro.
Like that. They always are.
They always are with you and D.H. Conley.
Yeah, they whooped our tail the past 2 years though.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
we gotta remedy that problem.
You gotta get with it, but it's always something to work on. And I mean, Jessica Lemon says Connor was my son's PE teacher at Elmhurst. He is a great guy. Mm-hmm. Cool deal, man. That is cool. And y'all get along despite being head coaches for opposing teams.
Like, we'll see each other out of Walmart, and we'll sit there and stop and talk to each other.
Yeah.
And people walk by, and they're like,
fight.
Get your cameras ready.
We respect each other. We teach the same thing. We're in the same profession.
Yeah.
So we respect each other a lot.
That's pretty good stuff right
there.
there.
And Coach 2 over at South Central, same way. We respect everybody. over there, and people think that, oh man, they hate each other because it's a rivalry.
Yeah.
I'm not even from the area.
Yeah.
So and neither is Nate.
Yeah.
Nate's from Florida.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Good deal. I don't know if I've ever met him.
Nate.
Personally, yeah.
Nate Conley, he's a good guy.
Gotcha.
Yeah. For D.H. Conley, my man. Man.
Yeah, and they do a great. Been doing a great job.
Yeah.
At their programs.
Yeah. I know it has been back and forth for a while now with you guys. You know,
Yeah,
I mean,
we always talk about making a super team, making one team in the county, and nobody can mess with us.
Yeah, there you go.
Nobody would be able to beat us.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome, man. Yeah, but I mean, I'm sure that you experience your ups and downs, you know, with the football team and whatnot, and it's really good for this show because, you know, a lot of people don't realize what goes into a high school football program, especially one that, you know, has high expectations, because a lot of people can get rooted in just, you know, the normal thing, like, you know, they don't really expect to have a winning season.
Well, we set our goals the other day before practice. So, you know, our goals is, you know, first one's a win, next one's a win Greenville.
Yeah.
Next one's a win in the playoffs. Next one's a win homecoming.
Yeah.
I mean, everything we list all the way up to obviously the main goal is to win a state championship.
Yeah, taking it step by step.
Oh,
Not setting realistic goals.
Yeah, and then we talked about, okay, we set these goals, how are we going to achieve them? So now we got to have a plan to be able to achieve those goals every week.
One game at a time.
Oh, yeah.
One play at a time. Come on. Oh, man, we're getting hype in here, man. Watch out now. My man.
But, you know, I have a great group of kids coming back.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're working really hard right now. And, you know, I'm pretty worthless to them, but
no,
sit there in a golf cart, drive around, and yell at people.
Is that what you? Now, so you're actively still engaged, like
yeah.
Because I remember we had a conversation about, and not to get too personal, but the first thing we started talking about with these morning routines and these daily routines is Paul last week. Well, it was this week. It was this week. Dude needed a mental day. He was like, man, I love what I'm doing.
It was yesterday.
It was yesterday.
It happens.
And, you know, I'm sitting here and, you know, God throws things at you every now and then. You're like, man, this is so much right now. That happened to him. And I know it happens to you every now and then. We're just like, man, I got to sit back and evaluate, you know. You know what I mean? And
the thing with me is, you know, I may be having a bad day or something like that. And I always got to tell myself, look, you got to be up and ready for these kids. Cause they need that.
Yeah.
Because they're having a lot worse days than I am a lot of times. So I try to give them the best that we possibly can.
Yeah.
As a coaching group, but they know sometimes, like, guys, I just need a minute.
Yeah.
Just step out of my office.
Yeah.
Because my office is never empty. It's packed.
Always got kids in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They eat lunch in there. They come out there all the time.
Yeah. I mean, that's cool, man. That's good. It's glad that we talked about
We have
that.
somebody who watches the show in Australia.
Yeah.
Okay? Her name is Michaela Nay, and it just popped up here in my mind because I saw that Kim George Nay, that's her Facebook feed, Kim Nay, is her daughter, but she's up here now. And she told me a story. What's the day? Sunday. She told me a story Sunday. It might have been Monday. No, she texted to me on Monday. And she goes, man, Michaela is over there and like witnessing. She's getting all of her friends in church.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, she's a it's not, is it foreign exchange when they go visit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
is
is that the name of it?
Is she in school?
It's like, yeah, ECU, traveling abroad or something like that.
Yeah.
Study abroad.
She's study abroad.
Study abroad.
Yes.
Yeah. And so there's several with her that are from ECU. You know, the group, you know, kind of gravitate together. And now through her witness, somebody who didn't believe in God.
Yeah.
Is now going to be going to church when they get back, like excited to go to church with her. They're going to church over there, but when they get back, they've already got plans to go back to church.
So this is somebody that went over there on the study abroad with her?
Yes.
Okay, makes sense. Yo, that's great.
And
it's
awesome
stuff, man.
This girl goes, you know what, I don't believe in God. I don't believe in God, this girl says. And it's funny.
I'm sure she is just watching the way she carries herself and goes about her business. And you know, I want to be a part of that. She's got something special going on.
Yeah. And that's what happens.
She goes,
that is awesome, dude.
I don't believe in God. She goes, matter of fact, if God's real, He'll show me a sign. The very next person they talk to walks up to them. She said this hadn't happened since we've been over there.
Yep.
The very next person we talk to walks up to them and says, "You want a Bible?" And gives it in Australia.
It's random.
Like her last statement was,
you can't make that up, man.
He'll show me a sign if he's real. And they're walking down the road. The very next person walks up to him and says, "Would y'all like a Bible?"
It is amazing things that happen when you need them to happen.
Yes.
And you're like, Okay, I got it.
Yep.
Thank you.
Exactly. And we can get so downtrodden, man. We can just like, man, I don't, and then all of a sudden she says that, and you're absolutely right. Things, and it might not be when you want it to happen, but when it happens, you know that if you'd have had your way.
You wanted it to happen.
That's right. If you'd have had your way, if I'd have had my way and had things happen the way I would have not at all as been deeply moved as I would have been when he wanted it to happen. It happens when he wants it to happen. It means infinitely more. And that was the right time, the right place, the right setting. And Madison, Madison, I'm getting the names mixed up. Michaela Madison. She was there for that purpose, and that was great. That was who she needed to be near for that moment to happen. All comes full circle.
I've been approached by many other schools about leaving and going to become their head coach.
Oh, yeah.
Or going on and coaching in college and things that way. Every time I'm like, all right, Lord, if I'm supposed to leave here, then show me, the reason I need to leave.
Yeah.
And it's never worked out.
Yeah.
It's and Jeff Craddock.
Yeah.
He goes, you need to go ahead and put roots where you are.
Yeah.
And it always comes back to that somehow, and it's never worked out. In the last 7 years, I've had people every year.
Yeah.
Hey man, we pay you a lot more. You do a lot of this and all that.
That's huge, man.
And every time I'm like, if this is supposed to happen, then these things will line up.
Yeah.
And all that.
That's pretty good stuff right there. That's the thing. It could be anything that's trying to pull you away. More money, a better, whatever you call a better living situation.
Yeah, I'm all about trying to go and get to the mountains and go fishing and hunting.
Yeah.
And things that way.
Yeah.
But it's hard to compete with what I do I teach 3 weight training classes.
Yeah.
I don't go into school. I have my own field house.
Yeah.
It's just football.
It's convenient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, who can compete with that job? So now when I'm looking at the job part of it, people, you're going to have to do this and that.
Yeah.
And all that kind of stuff.
There's people up here that want to know, how hard was it to train Corey in school?
Dude, we butted heads a lot, but he put me in my place a lot.
1 minute.
He will tell you he can't believe I'm a police officer. He probably can barely believe I'm doing this. But then again, I'm sure he can believe it.
We'll comment on that after this segment.
Oh, goodness gracious. I'm a little concerned here. No, I'm checking. Yeah, we had some good times, some good growth moments. Let's see here.
Skitty Scott.
Segment? What are we on, 6 or
Scott
7?
Johnson. We are on, I don't know.
7.
Ooh, okay.
Who asked that question?
That's good you said that.
How hard was it? Oh, okay, cool. That was your parents.
Yeah. I didn't want to throw them under the bus.
No. Hey. Yeah, I mean, it's me getting
on the bus here. Let's get that straight, right? Oh, man. All right. You're opening, Jared. Good deal. Oh, give me some space. Let's see here.
We are having a blast in here, y'all. It's been just a great morning talking about morning routines, and what they're like, how they're different, and how important it is to make sure that you have one established, y'all.
Man, dude, are we not having a good time right here? And what better time to have somebody in here like Coach Witegi to talk about established routines, and he's dealing with a lot of people, a lot of kids that are dependent on him, and he was just talking in here earlier about how he's had opportunities to maybe go other places or do other things, but he still stays rooted here. And a lot of it, I'm sure, man, is a feeling of responsibility and just God speaking to you like, this is where you need to be right now. And even if you don't even understand it sometimes, I know I feel that way sometimes. I don't know, why do I need to keep doing this? I get it. But is it really me that needs to keep doing this? Is someone else not supposed to do it? And then I always feel like the answer is, yes, you're supposed to be doing this. And it's really great, man. People don't realize the type of sacrifices other people make. And the questions, people have a problem with understanding that. It's okay to question sometimes. Sometimes how are you going to get the answers you seek without asking the questions? You got to ask questions,
Absolutely. Something came across the news feed a little bit ago, a little bit earlier today, and this is really cool, man. We like to get these positive stories out there before they become old news, but it's really good. It's about this this Minnesota woman, Becca Bundy. Becca Bundy, her young daughter has a seizure, right?
Right.
And this is really cool. Who shows up to help? This volunteer firefighter, Bill Cox, was the first to arrive and helps Becca's daughter with the seizure, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, that's a cool story. Until you fast forward and you realize that the two meet again in October of 2018 when Bundy goes to a benefit at this restaurant, and Cox was wearing a T-shirt that's basically saying he needs a kidney.
Right.
Guess who's a positive match?
She is?
Yes, and not only is she a positive match, which is rare, but she goes to she literally takes it to the bank. Like, she ends up donating to them, and now they're like these just close friends. How cool is that?
That's amazing. And you can't tell me that's not a God thing.
Now, and Paul, you were telling us a story during the live stream about one of our family members who's over in Australia.
Yes.
And how God just kind of made that happen. What was that?
Dude, that's Michaela Nay. So we've got one of our Beyond Limits family members who is studying abroad with ECU in Australia, Michaela Nay. She has some friends over there. Christianity is not so very huge over there. She has a friend that is an atheist,
right?
Who is from ECU. She went over there as an atheist. She's like, I don't believe in God. I don't. And Kayla's been pushing God into her as much as possible. Every chance she get, taking her to church over there. And she goes, you know what? If God's real, He'll show me a sign. And I don't particularly, whatever. I used to be one of those people. Show me a sign, God. And you gotta. Yeah. He's looking down on you like, yeah. I don't have to. But he does this time. She goes. If he's real, he'll show me a sign. And the very next person they see on the street walks up and hands her a Bible and says, "This is for you."
You can't make that up,
happen.
You can't make that up. That's so cool. And she was right there for it.
Right there, yeah.
It wasn't supposed to go down any other way. Man, we love it. We got one more segment left to talk about some positive news. You guys get up here. Give us a call at 252-495-0024. Let us know how your day is going. We love you. From everyone here at the Beyond Limits Morning Crew on 98.3 The Bridge. I'm going to go get my shoes on real quick. After that last segment, I got to get my vest is expired. So I have to get
refitted.
I'm just going to come in here. I'm going to put my shoes on. I will be right back.
So we can talk trash about it.
We can.
Yes,
we
you
can
talk trash about me. No. I'll be back in like maybe two minutes. I'll be right back.
All right, we're waiting. Go get changed.
120, 119, 118.
Corey is getting fitted for a new ballistic vest today. So he's got to go in early and get sized for it. You got to get those things had to fit perfectly, obviously.
Yeah.
So he's getting fitted for his ballistic vest today. Kim Day, Michaela.
Too loose or too tight?
Yeah.
So Corey.
Here we go.
So Corey
Smith,
as a student, was not so strong in middle school, and had a little behavioral problem. So he was allowed to have this little sheet of paper when he needed to leave class and come see me. He was allowed to put his little piece of paper on the corner of his desk, and they sent him to me to get him straight. And then
now was that hit like if he's like, I need to go see, or was that the teacher's like puts it on the desk and he knows?
Kind of both.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of both. So he could do it, or the teacher would be like, you need to go see Coach Wittek for a little while. and we would have some conversations. And
can we do that today? Like from here on, can I have a sheet of paper up here where I'm like, you need to go see Coach Wood?
Oh, absolutely. we have this thing called choice in school.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a in-school suspension for one period. So the guys know now, if they get sent to choice is sending them to me, and I am punishing them.
Yes.
As it's happening.
Yeah.
And then sending them back. So, like, our number of kids that get in trouble per one period of class have dropped a lot.
Is it? Are they football players or?
Football players.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
And we have this big wheel that they'll spin, and whatever it lands on, that's a punishment they get. So I call it the wheel of opportunity. What is it? What's the opportunities? So there's one that's 200 yards of rolls. So you lay on the ground and you roll 100 yards and roll 100 yards back. There's 5 laps around the field. There's 150 up downs. What else is there? 3 gassers, which is across the field back is one.
The width or the length of the field?
The width. So 53 and a third, 53 and a third back.
So, and now our guys get that if they're late to workouts too. So if they're late, they have to spin it as well. Yep. And we get really excited when the wheel comes out sometimes.
Does everybody scream? They're like, the wheel!
Oh, yeah. And it's fun when a kid comes in late. All the guys are like, oh, here we go. Get the wheel, coach. Get the wheel.
So kind of like self-policing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, we try to have as much structure and discipline as we possibly can. And then every situation is different. So a lot of those situations we have to take into effect, what happened with the student. And sometimes teachers are wrong too, but
all right, guys,
we try to tell them that they're never wrong.
Shh! He's back.
What have you guys been talking about?
Well, I'm just telling you that we've created a system wherein we can turn you in and make you go see Coach Woe.
Dude, so that happened. So I don't mind talking about it. When I was coming up through middle school, I was dealing with things. I had some OCD and a little bit of depression, and then I kind of had a behavior disorder. Like I just I wouldn't listen. I just wouldn't want to be told things, and I did. I was kind of I went through a really rough time, and him talking to him really helped.
Yeah.
So they did. They had an understanding. It wasn't really special because it didn't last that long.
Right.
But I would go about a year. Yeah, I did it when I was in 8th grade. Man, I really had I'm talking about, man. I went through a phase.
Did your high school start at 9th grade?
Yes.
So this is your last year in middle school.
Yes, and when I got to high school, I really didn't have any behaviorally, like with the teachers and stuff. Like I didn't have any problem. But 8th grade, man, I went through a phase where I was very rebellious, very hard to discipline, and I was just like, and then my parents were, "What is wrong with you? You need to." And I did, and I think that carried over for some other things I went through earlier, like with my mom's marriage and everything. And then, but he understood that. And I think other people did. I think they understood that I was a good kid, which I think everybody's good at, down to a certain, level. But
just need some guidance.
Because I'm not joking, man. In high school, don't get me wrong, I wasn't no angel. I was not. But I didn't have the issues I had in 8th grade. I was like, well, what's going on, and I don't know, but man, if it wasn't for good people like him and there were other people involved too, man. You gotta humble yourself because there are times where you really people can just really just leave you and not want to. I'm done messing with you, kid. Like you got some issues, and I'm tired of dealing with your crap.
Yeah.
But that didn't happen, man. I thank God for that. And that's why you really have to. I don't give up. If I had a message to give to people, don't give up on people too soon. Think about when somebody was patient with you. You know what I mean? Forgiveness is huge.
Like God?
Yeah.
There's times I think I give people way too many chances.
Oh yeah.
And we had a kid the past 4 years, and every year a chance after chance after chance after chance. Well, I got to the point now he's going to graduate this year. I'm just like, man, I should have got rid of that kid a long time ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you don't want a kid to fail. You don't want him to be out on the street.
Yeah.
Selling
That's
drugs
right.
or doing gang stuff or any of that. So, that I worry about that more than anything around here with the guys. Because if they're not with me, what are they doing?
Yeah. And he knows because he sees these, so I'm a police officer and we deal, and when you were on, I know you did, we deal with bad kids.
Yeah.
We do. But here's the thing. We talked about it one day on a topic, where are kids at when they're not home? Mm-hmm. They're at school. And if they're not skipping, that happens, don't get me wrong, but still, they're at school a lot more than they are. So you deal with these kids way more than I do. I might deal with them for about maybe 20 minutes when I go to a call, maybe a little longer depending on what's at stake, what's going on, but that's it. I wipe my hands up no matter what this disposition is. I'm like, okay, that's it. Whether we take them to juvie, whether they're old enough to go to jail, or nothing is that level, we just say, all right, we're good.
Yeah.
That is a fraction of the time that he spends with them, or a teacher spends with them, or their parents spend with them.
We'll have kids come out to the field and run little 7-on-7 drills on Saturdays and Sundays.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing that we plan.
Yeah.
Nothing that we do. And you're talking about kids from South Central, kids from Colony, kids from Farmville, kids from Tarboro.
Yeah.
And all the other schools run them off the field.
Yeah.
And they asked me, why do you always let us come out here? I was like, you could be doing something else somewhere else.
Yeah, you could be.
So at least you're here.
Yeah.
In a setting that's safe.
Yeah.
and people kind of know who you are, and I'm always there doing work.
Yeah.
So if something really happened,
yeah.
I would still be there to make sure nothing would go down.
Yeah, that is amazing. That's awesome, isn't it?
And the thing that kids deal with nowadays, it would baffle your.
Oh man!
I mean, it would blow your mind.
Didn't have to deal with anything compared to what they deal with now.
It's unreal.
Man. It's very much a progressive thing because I can say that y'all are about the same age, close to it anyway. I mean, when I was coming up, there were probably things that I dealt with that y'all didn't have to worry about. You know, because I graduated high school in 2009. But I'm not trying to breed negativity here, but it does. It gets progressively worse, man. The things of this world really just expose itself more and more to our youth.
I don't know if you're getting hearts because you just graduated in 2009.
What's going on,
or
bro?
if they like what you're saying.
It's the truth, man. I mean, the kids are.
They know Corey loves hearts.
It's killing everything is social media, and phone.
Absolutely.
These kids, there's so much stuff they get online and they can look up. Just things that are not good.
No,
they just have at their hand now.
You're absolutely right.
I try to tell the kids all the time about, with recruiting, put your name on there. Don't put little Pookie from, whatever street on there.
Absolutely.
You're trying to promote yourself.
Exactly.
Right? And with the pictures you put on there, so you got to think, other people are going to look at this.
Yep.
These college coaches are going to look at it. Do they want to recruit some kid that's standing there flashing some sign or have a gun or something?
Yeah.
They don't want that.
Nope, they don't.
So you got to think about all that stuff that goes into it. We actually do a day where we talk about social media, what you need to put on it, what don't you put on it.
That is huge.
How to promote
yourself.
It is.
That's big stuff.
We talk about doing interviews, how to do an interview, how to do properly shaking hands. The kids make me so mad. They'll come over and give you the dead fish handshake. I'm like, grip my hand like
you shake my hand.
Get on the ground. 50.
Those are little things. Like I tell the guys all the time. It's like when somebody comes to me and wants a coaching position job, if they come in and they look like just an average Joe Schmo off the street, and then another guy comes in, dressed nice, presents themselves well, shakes the hand well, who do you think I'm going to hire?
Absolutely.
And they're like, well, probably. I'm like, yeah. So they're starting to get it. Our guys get it, and they get pounded with things all the time like that.
Yeah. I commend you, man, because I'm going to tell you something. It's hard to get through to the youth.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard, dude. It's hard.
Now they like to carry around speakers with their music. I was like, not everybody wants to listen.
Is that coming back?
Right. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that back in the day?
Well, they don't have the boom box.
What are they? Now they got the. Do you remember the boom box?
Yeah. It's
the
like
boom box.
You got those little pills or whatever they are.
See, when I was in high school, that had left the scene. But I remember I was into the old school a little bit in high school, and I wanted a boom box, but somebody had to tell me, like one of my boys, man, that ain't in no more. That's not a thing. Don't be doing that.
Don't be carrying around no 8-track.
This ain't the 80s, bro.
Now the fanny packs are back in. So
are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, man.
Fanny packs are the thing again.
Well, it's amazing because
that's a zip away from anything you need.
It's called a fanny pack.
They're awesome.
I mean, that's good.
I love fanny packs.
They weren't even awesome back then.
I'm talking about everywhere I go, baby.
What in the world?
I wear one right now. You just can't see it because my belly's so big.
A fanny pack is the thing you see on old folks at like Dollywood or Kennywood or some sort of amusement park.
You know what
keep all the kids' stuff in there.
You know what we should
Here's
do?
your inhaler, honey.
It's
a zip away.
We should do a fanny pack for a day show. Fanny pack for a day.
No.
And debunk it. And see if a fanny pack is truly worth wearing. And, just see how people react. That would be cool. Fanny pack for a day.
A fanny pack for a day.
Nobody likes that. Okay, cool. We won't do it. All right. I was just saying, it sounds cool.
The slap bracelets. You remember slap bracelets?
Oh, yeah, man.
I do. Yeah.
Those are coming back.
That's pretty funny, man.
Man.
That's hilarious.
A parent did called me. It's probably been a month now. A parent of one of the teens in the youth group called and said, "Hey, can you talk to my child?"
Yeah.
I'm not going to say whether it's a son or a daughter. Can you talk to my child? This is what's going on. I found weed in their room.
Right.
They've been smoking weed apparently at school, and just a bunch of other things. Now, this student had a 4.0 GPA up until this year. And then this has started introducing itself and pushing itself in this negativity and the group they hang out with, which is almost always where it derives from.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and it is huge. So you take and I love what he's saying, because that involved this person. Oh, I gotta say it's a guy, because I wouldn't have a female in my car alone. So it was a dude, a young male, and he was like, "Can you take him, my son? Can you take him home one night and just talk to him?" And we sat in the car. It was probably 15 minutes outside of his house when I got him to his house, and we talked about it. I was like, "Listen, dude, you're over 16. From legality, you're an adult in North Carolina.
Yeah.
So you get caught with something like that, that's on your record.
Yeah.
So every time you apply for a job, if they want to pull your record, it's up there." I said, "But let's go to just the standpoint of who you are. Yeah. You don't want to be known as a slacker, as somebody who's just out there with everybody else. You want to be somebody who's standing out, who's the old people would say the cream of the crop. So I didn't say that, but you want to be, you represent yourself.
Yeah.
And it was huge.
I remember just the other day, we meet at the end of practice just to talk about some issues and things that way. I remember the other day talking about with the kids. I said, "Look, the kids over at the high school, they're not held to the same standard that you are."
Yeah.
I said, "You're held to a higher standard out here." I said, "It's not fair. Absolutely, it's not fair." I said, "But it's good that you are." I said, you can't do the things that they do in there and get away with stuff like that. I said, you don't represent just yourself in there. You represent yourself, your family, and me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, do you think I would go around doing some stuff that y'all do?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I was like, well, you got to think about those things, too.
That's true, man. And, the young man you're talking to, the kid with the 4.0 GPA, that's just how the enemy gets involved, man.
Yeah.
He wants to put things like that, infiltrate, because look at everything you have to lose. Look at you can't play football. What are you doing now? What are you really doing now? You can't. I'm not saying you can't do anything with the rest of your life. I'm not saying that, but football for those kids is a lot.
That's why a lot of them are coming to school.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, I'll be honest, I had that same mentality. But as average as I did, and I don't mind being honest about it, as average as I did in high school, I did what I had to do to stay. And, I could have done better. But, I knew I wanted to play football. I knew I wanted to wrestle.
Yeah.
You can't do those things if you don't perform in the classroom or you don't stay out of trouble. You can't. And the same thing, man. The weed will mess that kid's 4.0 up for sure. He'll get lazy. That'll become all he's about, and that's just how the enemy gets involved.
For some reason,
that's true.
These kids are on this vape kick.
Oh yeah.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And that stuff's worse than smoking cigarettes.
That's what
because it's oil. It's not vapor like they think it is. It's oil.
I asked a guy the other day, and at least he was honest about it, because he was on a traffic stop, and I was just having a general chit chat. He wasn't a big deal. It was just like a noise ordinance thing, and he was vaping. And I was like, "Hey man, is it? How do you like that?" He was like, "Yeah, it's all right." I was like, "Is it true what they say? Is it better than smoke?" And he was like, "I mean, not really, no." And he said it just helps you quit smoking. And I was like, I see this more now than I see cigarettes. I was just like, so
and it's not like a cigarette. That one burns out and they wait. It's like it's constant.
Yeah, because I just put more oil in, right?
Constant.
Yeah. And the smoke, it generates so much more smoke, bro. Yeah. It's like
because it always comes into my car from the car in front of me.
Yes, man. They take one puff off of that thing, and it'll fill this room up.
Yeah, I know.
It doesn't have a smell.
Baloney.
Yeah.
I can walk in the hallway and be like, all right, somebody's vaping in here. They're like, how do you know that?
Because it smells like cotton candy, and I don't see a cotton candy machine.
Right. Come on, guys.
Oh, man. Who's got the vape? Hand it over.
Yeah.
Right now. You remember when you big thing? So we're talking about how I went through my phase in middle school. I was a little, had a little bit of a bad attitude, but he would always get me in check, man. Sometimes he'd be joking, or sometimes he'd be serious. But one thing he had about him was this right here. Look, listen. Hey, look. Let me tell you something.
If
the hand, it was either really funny, a really time to joke, or it was serious, and you knew by the eyes and the face, like.
Hey man, listen.
If you don't stop, or like, listen here, there was a distinction, but that was a big thing back then. The hand waving is like, look, let me tell you something.
I forgot I did it until you came to the hospital.
Oh,
I was saying something. I was like, look,
God, it was so good to me. Oh, I miss those days, man. You sit back, listen. You don't talk to me like that. First of all,
1 minute.
You know what we need?
What?
Beyond Limits needs to be on the sidelines.
Oh yeah.
During Rose football games.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We go live from the side because there's sports that are they're awesome, they're cool and everything, but there ain't nothing like Friday Night Lights. Like fall. Pumpkin spice, you got your coffees, you got I said pumpkin spice for him. That's him. That's
in Tarboro, it was huge.
Yeah.
Because when we had Southwest, and then as big as the team, as good as they've gotten. But J.H. Rose in a Conley game, dude, come on. They love their football. They love some J.H. Rose football around here.
Good. Looks like we're going to do that this fall. And then live stream it from the sidelines. We're going to be all up in his grill. Be like, Coach Wojtek, what do you think? Get out of my face, Beyond Limits. Trying to coach.
What's that? Get out! Don't you get near me. This is an important drive.
I'm probably like, that kid's terrible, isn't he?
Last.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
Got it. Yeah, so we are hanging out with Coach Wojtek from Rose High School football team, and I'm gonna tell you what, man. If you think that it's just a Friday night thing, it's not. It is an every day of the week thing, and if you think it sticks to only a football field, it does not. No. Teachers will send football players to their coach when they have an issue, when they got stuff going on, and there's living proof to my right hand side right now, Corey, because. Off the air, but during commercials we're talking about this. And Corey had some stuff going on in 8th grade, and Coach Wojtek played a huge part in that. So those coaches are going above and beyond and doing things constantly all the time behind the scenes.
Yeah, man.
That other than this, they won't ever know about.
So I'll speak about it. It's no problem because, this is when I was in 8th grade, man. We're talking about somebody who's essentially a different person. Then probably
4 years ago.
Yeah, no. Then probably changed to another different person, then another, and now I'm me. That's probably how my life has transpired. But no, in 8th grade, man, I went through a little bit of a behavior thing. I had some depression issues and dealing with like OCD and stuff like that. And then that kind of morphed into like a cognitive, like behavioral thing where I was just kind of like, I didn't want to be told what to do. I was really, rebellious with teachers. And I didn't get special treatment or anything. Like, I get disciplined, but then I also, they knew the relationship. That was the thing, though. They knew the relationship, not just with me, but the relationship that he had with the other kids and the players. They knew that the players would respond to him. Yeah. So every now and then I'd have like a card, and they would be like, "You need go see Coach Wojtek." That was right. That was the last resort before. Okay, you're gonna get written up. You're gonna go. You're gonna get suspended. Go see him, and he would talk sense into me. And it wasn't no coddling thing. He'd be like, "Look, dude, you need to check yourself." And then he would empathize with me.
Yeah.
And he didn't just do that for me, man. He does that all the time. Yes. He was talking earlier about the kids, how they come out and do 7-on-7 on Saturdays and Sundays. Mm-hmm. And other schools won't have that. And what did you say, Coach? You were just like, hey, no, well, if they're not here, they could be somewhere else doing something else that they don't need to be doing. And, man, that's just awesome, man. You pour in a lot, dude. I know it's appreciated by the parents, by the faculty of the school. It's really good stuff, man, because the enemy is after our youth, man, because they're the future. They really are, and they're the most ripe for the picking at that young age.
I believe children are the future.
Oh, boy.
What song is that?
Nobody gets into this coaching profession to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
And you got to care about the kids that are there, and the big thing is the best coaches are the ones who actually know their kids outside of their sport.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you can build a relationship with those kids, it's going to be a lot better for you, and your program's going to go a lot smoother. And I tried to do that since Tarboro, all the way through.
And you have. There's no question in my mind that you have, man. Because I've been very few times. I don't get to do it as much as I like, but I've been a few times to see you at the school. And I see the way the kids respond to you, and it's the same thing that I experienced when I was coming through. You didn't come up. You had the utmost respect for him, but he was approachable on another level.
Yeah.
You couldn't just walk up to him like you could walk up to another coach or another teacher. It was different. Yeah. You had that respect, and it was there. So, guys, you've been listening this morning about routines, daily routines, morning routines, and we've had a good example in Coach Wojtek about how all those things help you. We hope you have a great day. We love you. God bless you. We'll see you tomorrow. Wow. Good stuff, man. What a good show. It's a good show, mate. Guys, dude, you're the man. Yeah. What's up, man? I gotta hurry. You wanna walk out?
Well, I got
come on, I'm gonna walk out with you.
Hey.
Y'all pray for me. I'm gonna pray later. I gotta roll.
Let's pray right now. We're gonna pray for you. Oh, hey, sorry. I was looking at comments. Yep.
Quick prayer. Ready? Go.
You know what? Thank you for the day.
Sorry, had to switch my side. Dear Lord, thank you for the day you've given us, Lord. We love you so much. Thank you for an awesome show. Thank you for Coach Wotecki and for who he is. Secondly, what he does, but for who he is, because who he is breeds and bleeds over into what he does, and he is impacting so many people. And I don't even think this side of heaven he's going to understand the number of people who he's impacted who have gone on to impact other people, because they're going to go and do. So thank you for him. Thank you for Christians who are out there positively influencing people like Kim Nay, who are not sacrificing truth for public perception. So when people walk up, they can say, "No, it's not true." Listen, this is what the Bible really says, and that is huge because your word talks about us standing bold in the faith, so much so that every apostle sacrificed their life for it, minus one, John, and he was banished to an island for it. So in 2019, when we think that everything is relative, Lord, we can look back at the first century and say, "No, it's not, Lord. You are awesome, and I can prove this is absolute truth." We love you so much. Thank you for the show. Thank you for days off. Thank you for the progress it's making, and just help us to be bold for you at all times. We love you, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen, dude. Cool. Good prayer, bro. Good prayer. Dude, freaking awesome.
Hey, tell them bye.
Dude, we will. Love you guys on the live stream. God bless you. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow, which is Thursday.
Yes.
Thursday, suckers.
Thursday, Spotify, iHeartRadio. We're on a bunch of different platforms. We're all over the place. And don't forget to get your merchandise. Your Beyond Limits merchandise at the store. The link is up above in the title. Get your merchandise, your hats, your shirts. And that devotion book is coming soon.
That Tundra's still looking clean, man.
And he's washed.
Hey, dude.
And then he wheeled right out of here.
I traded my truck in, right?
For what?
A Honda Accord. What? Dude, man, I told you.
Love you guys. If you're on the podcast,
bro, I know,
hey, subscribe.
You,
later.
Peace, love, and grace.
Peace, love, and grace. Bye. Bye.